Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Golden Triangle Academy, the school for real estate investors. My name is Vinnie. I'm your host. I'm your teacher. And we're rolling out a new segment, and that segment is called Monday Night Expose. This is where we're going to pick out a guru every week or every 2 weeks, and we're going to expose them for the frauds that they are. Okay? Now, I want to make one thing very clear. This is not a personal attack on anybody because I don't know them personally. They may be fine individuals. What we are attacking is their program, the money that they charge, and whether it can help you. I am not opposed to anybody charging any amount of money as long as it's worth it and you're going to get something out of it. And I mean changing your life information, okay? Not stuff that's just wasting money. That's what we're exposing. Is it a waste of money? Okay? So Monday Night Expose, here we go. The inaugural one, I guess you'd call it I don't know what you want to call it, but we're just going to call it Monday Night Expose. So, now this was a tie. Our first guru, who are we going to pick? This was a tough one. We were stuck between Ron LeGrand and Pace Morbley. So we decided that we're going to do Ron LeGrand because he's a little bit older. So we're going to pick him first. He's been around a lot longer. And can you make money with Ron LeGrand, right? We're going to show you some of the stuff. Now, I watched a few videos of Ron LeGrand talking about the way he did a deal. Now, I have the deal in front of me that he bragged about at a webinar. I also get calls from his people wanting for me to go to his 4-day class. I'm going to tell you how much it is, and I'm going to show you what it's about, and we're going to pick it apart to see if it's any good, but I'm going to give you a reality. Now, why should you believe me? Okay, very quickly, and it's only going to be on this one, and I'm not going to go through my resume on every podcast or every expose. I've been doing this stuff for 40 years. I owned a mortgage company for close to 30 years. I've done thousands of transactions. I owned a ton of real estate. I built custom homes. I've owned a credit repair company. My whole entire life has been involved in the real estate investing game. Okay? So I have the resume to tell you what's real, what's not real. Okay? So here we go. First guy, Ron LeGrand. Let's take a look at what he's offering. Okay, here we go. Ron LeGrand, let's pull this up. Okay? Forget about everything you know about real estate investing. Join Ron LeGrand and his live 4-day quick start school in Jacksonville, May 21st to the 24th. 50% off for a limited time only, right? Now listen, I got called. I thought they were calling me to teach the class. I said, oh, you want me to teach the class? They're like, no, we want you to pay for it. I said, pay for what? I was on the phone with this guy for hours. One of his so-called salesmen. Hours I was on the phone with this guy. Now, what is this guy giving us? Okay, now, I'm not going to get into the little thing, but I'm going to read you the card that he sent to me. It came in the mail. Let's see what it says. The goal is clear. Create cash flow now. Cash monthly and cash in the future without risking anything. Okay, well, that sounds impressive, right? The goal's clear. Let's create money out of thin air, right? We're not going to risk anything. 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. Okay, I like that. No questions asked, 30-day money-back guarantee. Okay, I would really like to see how hard it is to get your money back, though. Okay, so let's continue, see what else he's got to say in here. You'll need to act quickly, as this very special offer, half off, is only good until May 3rd, and we will not extend this to any under circumstance. Sure they will. Yeah, of course they won't, right? Nah, they don't want your $5,000. Okay, you may still attend, but it will be at the regular price. So to secure your spot, call now, right, or you're going to miss out. So let's continue. In a world of swirling and economic uncertainty, it's time to make strategic moves. As we navigate through record high consumer credit and debt, fluctuating stock market, soaring inflation, real estate investors like us are gearing up for a banner year in 2024. Really? How's it going to be a banner year, right? Okay. The market is shifting. We're positioning ourselves to capitalize on these changes by pivoting on traditional methods of buying and selling homes. Okay, traditional methods, that's fine. What I call the 2+2 method. Just understand this, prices are high, so you better be getting a lot of rent. Okay, these methods work in every, market is shifting, capitalize by pivoting to methods of buying and selling. These methods work in every city across America. Take it from a guy who's been doing deals for more than 42 years and teaching hundreds of thousands how to buy and sell real estate over the U.S. for the past 37 years. I've been doing it for just as long as him, if not longer. So if you're tired of the same old market talk, this is him. Okay, we hear you. That's why Ron's presenting an exclusive opportunity to join him at his quick real estate school. Okay, let's see what we're going to get here. Here's what you're going to get. Ron's cutting edge strategies. This 4-day event is all you need to know about buying and selling houses without using your credit. Okay, he's talking about subject to, we're going to get into it, without using your credit. Little or none of your money with no experience or license, using only 5 hours a week. It's also about protecting your assets along the way and minimizing taxes legally. So he's talking about putting stuff in a trust or an LLC, okay? Hands-on assistant. We're not just talking. He's just not talking. He's walking you through it. Ron mentors will be hand-on-hand. Ron's, I don't know, my thing got a little ripped here. Ron so-and-so will be on hand to guide you through the process of generating quality leads and making the art of the seller, or mastering the art of the seller call. Okay. Exclusive partnership deals. As a mentoring student, you may choose to partner with Ron or take advantage of his finder's fee program. Both options gives you an opportunity to make a nice paycheck. So basically, not only do you got to pay for the school, now you're going to be paying him part of the commissions. Okay? Live deals, you'll sit with a mentor who'll call your leads, and you'll see how to properly guide the conversation. If you get a lead that the seller agrees to terms, okay, you'll make it to the hot seat with Ron for him to lead you through the process to close. This only happens at the live event. Okay, so that means you got to bring the leads. He'll make the calls, right? Bring a guest for free, refresh your training free, reattend, and see, now this is key. You can go back free as many times. If you need help financing, we can get you in with low monthly payments, even with not so great credit. Okay, now, I spoke to the gentleman who called me, because let me tell you, they will call you a million times, okay, over. And again, I thought he was calling me to teach the class. Honest to God, I really did, okay? Thought he was calling me to teach it. But no. He wanted me to join. Okay, join. I said, okay, let me know what I'm getting and how much is it. Okay, let's get into that. Okay, the first thing we got to talk about is the cost. Let's get that up on the board, okay? Okay, $5,000, okay? $5,000 for 4 days. Here's what you're going to learn. Here's what he's going to teach you. Subject to financing. But however you spell. Lease purchase option. Then we talked about, you're going to learn a little bit about trusts, LLCs, right? To how you're going to close the loan in not in your name, okay? And then you're going to talk about private and hard money to flip homes, okay? This is what you're going to learn in 4 days. You're going to learn how to do subject to financing, how to do lease purchase options, learn about trusts and LLCs, and private and hard money flipping homes. Okay, let me just tell you something. If you think that you're going to learn all this in 4 days and it's going to change your life, you're insane. You're wasting $5,000 of your hard-earned money. Number one, how many hours in a day? Let's figure it's an 8-hour day, right? It's an 8-hour day. You figure you're going to have at least two-hour breaks in there, right? 6 hours, okay? 4 days, 6 hours. Okay, let's just say this is day one. This is day two. This is day three. Okay, so day four is making calls, okay? Like he's going to be making all the calls on your leads. How do you think you're really going to learn how to do all this stuff in 4 days? You're going to get led in like by a fire hose. Okay, not that anything this stuff is hard, but this is all crap. None of this is any good. Good luck trying to do subject to financing, lease purchases, or if you're a newbie, trying to flip homes with private or hard money, okay? Because I'm going to get into what you have to learn to flip homes. I'm going to give you the list of what you have to learn to flip homes, okay? I'm going to show you about subject to financing. I'm going to show you about lease purchase, but more importantly, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you the deal that Ron LeGrand sat up there at one of these things. He did it at his webinar, and I'm going to show you that it is a joke. So stay tuned for that. We're going to get into it, and I'm going to show you the deal. So let me get it up on the board. We'll be right back. Okay, everybody, so we're back here on the big board now, okay? And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the deal from Ron LeGrand that he said he did, and he said this at one of his webinars. I listened to it with my own 2 ears. I wrote it down a bunch of times just to make sure I heard it right. So let's go over it. You tell me if this is real. Okay, purchase price. First off, the fair market value, what the house is worth. $250,000. That's the value of the house as it sits. They owed $182,000, right? They owed $182,000. They're paying $1,582 every month, PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, your monthly mortgage payment, okay? They're asking $182,000. Huh. We'll get back to that. Only $3,000 in repairs. So now you need to ask yourself this question, okay? Now remember, this guy is trying to sell you a program, trying to sell you something. He just charged you $5,000. Okay, so I want you, first thing I teach my students is always put yourself in the seller's shoes and ask yourself, would you do the deal? Would you do it? Okay, so now you have a house. It's worth $250,000. It only needs $3,000 in repairs. That's lipstick. That's paint. You can't even repair a powder room for $3,000. Okay. Now, they owe $182,000 and they're asking $182,000. Now, ask yourself this question. $182,000 minus $50,000 is what, right? That's 50 plus another 20. That's $68,000 in equity that the sellers are somehow not asking for it. They don't want it. Well, Vinnie, maybe it's a buyer's market. Maybe the market is depressed. Maybe they can't get their full asking price. Remember, there's $3,000 in repairs here. Okay, if you had a house that's worth $250,000 with only $3,000 in repairs, are you selling it for $68,000 less than what it's worth? It's a buyer's market, Vinnie. The market's off. Okay, the market's off. So let's go over to this side then. Let's go over to this side. He said that he sold it 18 days later. 18 days. 18 days, less than 3 weeks later. Now, remember that buyer's market that we talked about? He says he sold it for $269,000. That's $19,000 more than what it's worth. So let's see, you got a seller that's selling it for $68,000 less than what it's worth, and you got some guy who's charging you money telling you that he's making $19,000 more than what it's worth. He's getting $30,000 down. I was going to do that in red. $30,000 red, 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 red. $30,000 down. $19,000 more than what it's worth. $2,000 a month on a 2-year balloon on a lease purchase option. Okay, let me explain that. So somebody came along, put $30,000 down $2,000 a month on a 2-year lease purchase option. Let me explain this. Okay? Who's doing that? Let me explain. First off, let me do this for you. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me explain a lease purchase option for a second. Okay? There's only three types of people that are going to do a lease purchase option. Number one, people with crappy credit. Okay? Because if you had $30,000 down, right? If you had $30,000 to put down, that's more than 10%. 10% is $26,900. You can buy it outright. So either A, you've got crap credit. B is you're self-employed. Okay? You're self-employed that you can't show your tax returns. Either one of those you don't want in your house because you're not going to settlement. Okay? So the $269 that you thought you were getting, you're not getting. Now, how are they going to make settlement on this house? Okay, because listen, $269, right? It's only worth $250. So they got to get a loan based on the lower, well, they put 30 grand down. Okay, well, $269 minus 30,000 is what? That's $239. Okay, they can get a loan for $239, right? So, okay, they got the $30,000 down. But if you have crap, do you want somebody in your house that has crap credit? Because here's what's going to happen. Even though you got $30,000, they're going to pay you for 6 months, okay? Then you're going to take 3 years to get them out, okay? Because you can't get rid of them. Because people with bad credit, they don't pay. Now, the people who are self-employed, you got a 2-year balloon. How are they going to fix their tax returns in 2 years? They need at least 3 because it's a follow-on year. Okay, I just moved into the house. I got to do my tax returns next year, and I need 2 years of tax returns to fix it. This deal's not happening. Okay, now, that's lease purchase. Okay, I told you 3 people that do a lease purchase. Number 1, people with crap credit. Number 2, self-employed people. Number 3, people who have no money. Well, these people have money, right? Because lease purchases, they try and get a seller credit. Okay, now, so I want to know, this is what I want to know. The people who put $30,000 down, why didn't they buy the house, right? It's only 18 days later, right? Now, who in their right mind is selling their house $68,000 less than what it's worth, right? With only $3,000 in repairs. How can it be a buyer's market, when he says he sold it for $19,000 more than what it's worth? And you ask yourself, do you think this is a real deal? You honestly think this is real? By the way, he bought it subject to financing. Meaning that all he did was take over these payments. That's it. Just took over the payments. But if I'm doing that, if I'm the seller, where's my equity? Where's my $68,000? Why is somebody just walking away from this deal and giving it away and letting you make $68,000? Actually more, 68 plus 19, right? So what's that? 9 and 8 is 7, 6, 7, $87,000. Why is somebody letting you make 87 and they're not? Oh, well, Vinnie, they don't know seller financing. Come on, a realtor can show them this. This is. Come on, if you believe this, you deserve getting your money stolen from you. Okay? Because good luck trying to find this in the real world. Do you think this happens in the real world? This happens in fantasy land. In fantasy land that you pay $5,000 for to learn subject to financing and lease purchase option. And you think this happened? This is real life? No. Good luck trying to find this. Good luck trying to find a deal like this. Okay? Now let's say, okay, you got lucky and you found it. Well, where's number 2? You got one deal. You made 30 grand. Good for you. All right, you made $30,000. Can you survive on 30 grand? Well, no, Vinnie, because you made 87. That's not going to closing. I can tell you right now, it's not going to closing. Because A, the guy who put $30,000 down, I told you, he's either self-employed or he's got crap credit. People with crap credit, they don't fix their credit. I'm a real estate investor. I own hundreds of properties. They don't pay. They don't pay. And this guy's not paying. So that's not happening. Okay, the self-employed guy. You think somebody who's self-employed, who's not paying any taxes, now all of a sudden he has to qualify with a $2,000 mortgage plus all of his debt, and now he's going to go pay taxes so that he can buy a house? That ain't happening either, because it never does. They don't fix it. They don't pay the IRS their money. They can't get it in their head to do it. So that's not closing. It's not closing. Well, we'll just take the money and run. That's the kind of investor you want to be? You want to be that kind of a pig? You want to be that kind of investor? I'm just going to sue. You think that guy's just going to let you keep this $30,000 without putting up a fight? You honestly think that? You think you're not going to go to court when you try and kick this guy out and you took his $30,000? Good luck. Good luck. Good luck to see what he does to your house. See what happens to your house when you steal his $30,000 and kick him out because he didn't do his 2-year balloon. You think this deal is right? And you're going to pay $5,000 to learn this crapola? This is fantasy land. Fantasy land. Don't waste your money. And you wonder why I put a guy like this at the top of the heap. $5,000 in 4. What do you honestly think you're going to learn in 4 days? You think you can learn anything in 4 days? You think you're going to learn subject to financing, learn lease purchase options to put it into a trust or an LLC, and you think you're going to be able to go do deals? How are you going to talk to a seller? How are you going to structure it? Are you kidding me? You got zero chance of succeeding at a 4-day boot camp. It's not going to happen. You need real education. You got to learn how to structure deals. You got to learn how to talk to sellers. You got to learn how to find these deals. And these deals aren't out there. Good luck. Good luck trying to find them. And by the way, subject to is one of the worst ways to buy real estate you could ever do. It's a joke. It's terrible. And we're going to get into it. Okay? In my other videos you can watch, I give subject to away for free because it's junk. And this course is junk. And I wouldn't have taught it anyway. I would have said no to me teaching it if they would have asked me, because that's what I thought they were calling me to do, to teach the class. I would have said, all right, I'll teach it. No, they wanted me to pay money. I said, are you kidding me? I do this stuff in my sleep. Don't waste your money on Ron LeGrand and his program. Don't waste your money on this program. You're not going to change your life. Period. We give away subject to financing for free. We give away lease purchase options away for free. Okay? We'll show you how to structure deals like this for free because we know it's ultra rare that it happens. Nobody just gives away $68,000 in equity because they're nice people. First thing we teach at the Golden Triangle Academy, first thing, put yourself in the seller's shoes. Would you do the deal if you're the seller? When you say no, then neither would the seller. It's that simple. It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. Don't waste your money. And you want to know why I get fired up at this stuff? Because stuff like this irks me. It bothers me. Oh my God, righty. The goal. The goal, I thought I was mishearing things. $3,000 in repairs. And they're going to give away their house for nothing. Okay, yeah, good luck. Good luck finding these houses like this. Good luck. Listen, go around and try and see what you can find. Trust me, it ain't going to happen. Not like this. All right, so that was the deal. That's his class. Don't waste your money. It's only going to get flushed right down the toilet. Golden Triangle Academy. Text the word golden. We're $59 a month. Class every Monday night. You get to learn this stuff. Hell, you can go to our YouTube, and you're gonna have subject to from start to finish all for free, including how to structure deals like this. Okay? How to structure it. Everything you need. See you in class. Hey, everybody. So what I want to do is I want to finish up with this. If you honestly think that you're going to change your life by going to a 3-day, 4-day boot camp, you're absolutely kidding yourself. You're just wasting your money, throwing it away. I don't care if it's free. Well, free's good because you can always pick up a nugget along the way. But it does not matter. Anything in life, let me explain something to you, okay? And I'm going to explain this the way that I explained it to one of my students who first joined me and spent thousands and thousands of dollars on a guru. And I'm going to answer a question the way that he asked me a question. Vinnie, how long is it going to take me to become rich, millionaire, retired real estate investor? And I said, okay, that's a good question. And I said, I'm going to answer that question with a question, okay? And I said, here's my question to you. And I won't say his real name, okay? We'll call him Bob, okay? But Bob was not his real name, I can tell you that. I said, Bob, let me ask you this. I said, and this is in class, room full of students. I said, Bob, what do you do for it? Now, he's a brand new student. Again, somebody who spent $20-some-odd thousand on a guru. I'm $59 a month, okay? He says this to me. Oh, I'm sorry. So I say to him, what do you do for a living, Bob? He says, I'm an IT guy. I said, okay, you're an IT guy. I said, are you a good IT guy? He goes, yeah, I'm a good IT guy. I said, okay, are you the best IT guy out there? He says, yeah, I think I'm the best at what I do. I said, okay, you're the best at what you do. Fantastic. I'm happy that you're the best because I like dealing with people that are great. I said, how long did it take you to be the best IT person in the IT world? He said, 25 years to be this good. I said, 25 years to be this good. I said, okay, how long, being you're the best, and I want to learn from the best, how long is it going to take you to train me to be just as good as you? How long? He said, oh, you're going to have to be by my side every day for 2 years. Every day. I said, 5 days a week? Yeah. 8 hours a day? Absolutely. I said, okay, so let me get this right. 5 days a week, 40 hours a week, for 2 years straight, and I'll be the best IT guy. Right? Yes. I said, okay, then what makes you think you could come to my world that I've got 40 years in, okay, or close to 40 years, and you could be a rich millionaire by going to a couple of boot camps? Does that make sense to you? It took you 25 years to be a great IT guy, right? And you think that you can go to a 4-day boot camp, give somebody $25,000, and they're going to make you rich? Does that make sense to you? Listen, to do anything in this world, in this country, this beautiful, great country that we live in, to do anything, you need 2 things. You need an education, and you need a hard work ethics, okay? Now, I can give you the education, because I've got it. I've got 40 years of real estate investing. I've owned a mortgage company, okay? Done thousands of thousands of transactions. I was a real estate investor that owned hundreds of properties. I built custom multi-million-dollar homes. I owned a credit repair company. My whole life has been involved in this. And you think you could just jump in, pay somebody 30, 40, 20, whatever, and become rich by going to a couple of boot camps and wave a magic wand. It doesn't work like that, ladies and gentlemen. Going to a 4-day boot camp with LeGrand and paying him $5,000 and you think that's going to change your life? You think you're going to become an expert real estate investor doing that? You think you're going to grasp, even though he's going to teach you subject to financing, which I could teach to you in an hour, but just knowing it doesn't mean you know how to do it. Just because you understand it and know how it works, does that mean you know how to find a property? Does it know how to evaluate a property? Does it mean you know how to write a contract? Does it mean you know how to do all the contingencies in that contract? Does it mean that you know how to speak to the seller and explain to the seller how it works? The difference between a subject to and an assumable loan. Do you know the difference between that? Have you been taught that? What's my balloon period? When am I going to get paid off? Right? And what happens if I want to go get a new loan? Do you know those guidelines? Do you know the Fannie and Freddie Mac guidelines? Well, guess what? All my students don't because it's in their binder that we give out at the Golden Triangle Academy. Okay? You learn all of these things at the academy. We're $59 a month. And you know what I'm told over and over and over again? Vinnie, no one takes you serious because you only charge $59. Right? You should be charging $30, $40, $50, $60, $100,000 because that's what people make when they do deals with you. Right? But nobody knows it. Nobody's going to take you serious because you don't charge enough money. And I'm like, I want to help the everyday man and woman. I want to help those that don't have $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, right? Those people are just throwing their money out the window, like this Ron LeGrand $4,000, $5,000 4-day boot camp to learn subject to lease purchase options. And guess what? I talked to Ron LeGrand's guy on the phone. I should have recorded it. And I said, do you even know how a lease purchase option works? Do you know how it works? Do you know the guidelines? Do you know what the rules and regulations are? I didn't have a clue. Not a clue. And I'll tell you, Ron probably doesn't have a clue either, okay, how they work. What are the actual guidelines, okay? I know them like the back of my hand. You know why? Because I used to lend money. I had to know them, okay? And that's why I know this stuff inside and out, because when you're the guy lending the money, okay, or the guy who's getting somebody money, I wasn't my money that I was lending. Let's make that clear. I was a broker, okay? So I had to know all the other people's guidelines, right? I had to know how they lent money. Okay, what the rules and regulations are. And if you think you're going to give somebody, I don't care if it's $100,000. Listen, if I can make you rich tomorrow and I can make you a millionaire, why would I only charge you $10,000? If I'm going to make you a millionaire, I should charge you $500,000 because you're going to double your stinking money. Don't believe this stuff. You need an education, right? And you need hard work. You need both, okay? At the Golden Triangle Academy, we give you the education. We teach you all of this stuff. We teach you the 2+2 methods of buying and selling real estate, which you got to understand all the guidelines and how money works and flows and the rules and regulations. You learn all that. You learn contracts. You learn how to speak to people, right? You learn how to find properties, right? You learn the creative financing methods, subject to wraparounds, contract for deed, right? You learn all of those things. You learn how they work. You learn how to structure them. You learn how to put them together. That doesn't take 4 days. You're not going to learn anything in 4 days. You're wasting your money. Stop it. Right? Listen, all you got to do is call me. Pick up the phone, call me, and I will have a conversation with you. How do you get a hold of me? Text the word GOLDEN, GOLDEN to 21,000. Text it. Right? Boom. How do I do it? I'll show it to you. Right? This is how, if anybody ever wants to, let me ask you a question. How many gurus out there, right, do this? They say, yeah, if you want to talk to me, right? How do you get a hold of me? This is how you get a hold of Vinnie, right? It's very simple. This is how you get a hold of Vinnie. Sloppy handwriting, right? Let me erase that. And make it look pretty. Let me make that look pretty because it looks like shit. That's an E and that's an N. When you do that, you get my digital business card, right? When you text this word to this number, you're going to get my digital business card. And you know what's on there? My cell phone number. You know what happens? You call me up and you're going to talk to me. That's what happens, right? And we're going to talk for an hour and you're going to understand why these guys are just ripping you off, okay? But that's not what we do here at the Golden Triangle Academy. We give you an education, right? And for every house, there's a tool that you can use to try and make a deal happen. Are you going to make every deal happen? No, nobody makes every deal happen. It's impossible. But you're going to be well prepared. You're going to be very well prepared. All right? So please, stop getting ripped off by these gurus. This is expose number 1. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in class.